Hi, I'm Todd Baker, owner and president of Locos Counseling Services.
And I'm Dr. Nina Riastoria, one of the counselors in the Southlake location. And today we're bringing you yet another mental health minute for the holidays because there's definitely a lot of things we can talk about. Todd, what are you doing?
I'm breathing.
You're breathing. Well, that's good because one of the things we're going to be talking about today is stress.
You mean like how stress can increase your risk of heart attack and stroke?
Uh, it can, but no, not that kind of stress.
What about like how stress can increase or speed up the aging process?
It can, but we're talking really about something different than that kind of relieving stress.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Well, that's a perfect topic, especially at this time of the year during the holidays.
Yes, it
Um,
is.
One of my favorite ways to get rid or to remember to get rid of all this stress is to take time to breathe, just what I was doing. It doesn't have to be anything magical or mythical as far as getting out and doing some meditative breathing.
Yes.
Really, it's just a matter of doing some deep breathing. There are a lot of studies that show just 5 minutes a day of good deep breathing can do all kinds of things for you, your emotional health, but also your physical health. In fact, there are some people that say it can actually alter your body chemistry
Yes.
to make you feel much better.
Isn't that amazing?
It really is very amazing.
Something so simple, and I do it with clients as well, just in general, just that deep breathing all the time really allows you to calm your mind, calm your body down. So that's a good tip.
Yeah, yeah,
Thank you.
yeah.
Well, going along with that, one way to do some deep breathing is exercising, because you really use your lungs. And there's so many studies that will tell you exercising will help reduce stress. And I know many of you out there are saying, I've got so much to do, but take the time to go for a 20-minute walk, a 30-minute run, do something with the kids, but get out there and be active. It's so good for you mentally and physically, and reducing that stress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, just really any kind of physical activity.
Absolutely.
Just to get going, especially during the holidays with the weather the way it is. Be creative. You can do things on the side. You can get a little videotape or something of yoga or stretching, just being active.
The Wii with your
Yes.
kids. You can get out. I played the Wii and I got my arm was sore the next day.
Well, that's great. I'll have to remember that.
Yes, yes.
That is very good
Yes.
exercise, though. The holidays are often a very stressful time for a lot of people, though.
Yes.
Especially for those people who have experienced some sort of loss.
Yes.
And that's a very serious topic that I just wanted to real quickly touch on about how to live through the holidays with a loss of a loved one, even if it's been recent or even somewhere in the past that they haven't been able to go through the complete grief process through.
And I think that's such a needed topic to address. And one of the things that goes along also with being busy and stressed and moving on to just allowing yourself time to grieve is the holidays bring a lot of busyness and makes you want to make this long to-do list. And if you're grieving the loss of a loved one and you go, and you don't reduce that list to keep it real simple, you're not going to have that opportunity to really be able to grieve for your loved one. So really make sure you take the time to do that. I lost my father 9 years ago, and one of the things we did during the holidays is, especially the first year, is we would visit his grave. We would bring balloons and write a little message to my father and then release the balloons. We would have a picture out with a candle. And these are just some of the things you can do, but just take time to remember your loved one and allow yourself the opportunity to grieve. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great tip. To go along with that, a lot of our holidays are spent with family and friends, and it can be very encouraging and very uplifting, and also very cathartic to spend that time with your family and friends.
Yeah.
But with all that comes everyone else's emotions.
Yeah.
And sometimes when we're dealing with our own emotion or our own grief process, it's difficult to capture and deal with everyone else's emotions with the holidays. So I always try to remember this. It's a very simple little thing. When we look on the back of our hair products, obviously I don't use much anymore, but at one time, if you look on the back, it usually says something like lather, rinse, and
Condition?
close. It usually says lather, rinse, and repeat.
Oh, repeat.
Okay, and those are three things. I'm going to just change the words just real briefly for you to try to help you through the grief process during the holidays. It's simply recognize, release, and repeat. We need to recognize our own emotions, our own feelings, especially during the holidays. And when you feel that those emotions start to begin to overwhelm you, or begin to build, even before it gets to that overwhelming state, that we need to take and break away. We need to get away from the crowd.
Yes.
You know, even if it's a walk around the block or a drive, or even if you just have to excuse yourself to the restroom for a few minutes, just to release those emotions. That could be through crying, or maybe getting in the car and just yelling or writing. There's all kinds of ways that you can release those emotions, but then we can gather ourselves again, recompose ourselves, and rejoin with our family and friends and loved ones during this precious holiday season.
And I think to go on with that, you mentioned family, and we all grieve differently. So you may have, you may want to be around people and cry and talk about what happened. Some people want to be alone and walk away, or be in a car and shout and scream, and whatever that is for that person is going to be different, and we need to respect that as well. So I think that's great. There's many churches that are doing remembering your loved one kind of services. At White's Chapel United Methodist Church in Southlake, they have one on December 17th at 7 o'clock. It's a beautiful service to remember your loved one, so that's something to consider. And just all these things that we talked about today. Stress can really be, can affect you during the holidays. So listen and do some of the tips we suggested: the deep breathing, exercising, reducing that to-do list, and also with grief. It's just so many great things you just mentioned. Recognize, release, and repeat. Good points to remember.
And remember the joy of the season. You know, you saw us laughing on here, and this is a serious topic, but laughter is an amazing healing instrument. It's a way that we can release those emotions and laugh and enjoy life. So I encourage you during the holiday season, embrace the joy, embrace the happiness. And on behalf of Logos Counseling Services at our Southlake office, our Keller office, Decatur, and hopefully soon to be Tulsa, Oklahoma, we want to wish you very, very, very Merry Christmas.
Yes, absolutely. Happy holidays. Hello and welcome to another Mental Health Minute with Logos Counseling. We are in Southlake right now, and I'm with Todd Baker. He is the owner of Logos Counseling that he's been Sorry. Can you start breathing after I'm done? Because I'm trying to promote you and you're just like not even paying attention. Can you start the deep breathing like after a little bit?
Okay.
Can you be present and then go escape?
Hi, I'm Todd Baker with Logos Counseling Services.
And I'm Nina Riastoria with Logos Counseling as well, one of the counselors at the Southlake location. And today we are doing yet another mental health minute for the holidays. Today we're going to be talking about a lot of things that are going to help you. Todd, I'm trying to talk to them about some things we're going to do to help them, and you're doing these deep breathing exercises. What's going on?
Well, I'm trying to get rid of excess stress.
Yes? Well, are you stressed right now?
Well, yeah, aren't you? I mean, with a lot of holiday... Oh.
Todd, what are you doing?
I'm breathing.
You're breathing. Well, I'm glad you're breathing because we're talking about stress today.
Talking about stress?
Yes,
You
that's
mean
one of the mental health tips.
like how stress can increase your risk of heart attack and stroke?
Yes.
That? Okay. How about how stress can also speed up the aging process?
Yes, it can do that and make you age.
Yes,
This-
and that's not what we
That's not
want.
good for us women.
That's not a good thing.
Yeah.